introduce our guest speaker. And thank you for getting these folks. Getting these gentlemen.
Jessica Meyer. I got a really long bio to read for her, and I'm probably going to have to skip some just so she has enough time to talk. But we've known Jessica for several years, and I'll tell you, she's 16 years old. She's a pediatric brain cancer survivor. I have a before and after picture here for you. She advocates to end pediatric cancer. Her goal is to educate and inspire other people. She supports lots of organizations that help children fight cancer and raise funding to find cures. She's an ambassador for the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and Rally for Kids. She was also the 2015-2016 Tennessee Children's Miracle Network Hospitals Champion Ambassador. You may have seen her picture at Walmart when they were raising money for the Children's Miracle Network there. She does a lot of work for them. She's been featured in a lot of national fundraising campaigns, and recently was featured with other cancer patients in the Teen Cancer America campaign with the band Perry. So she's had a chance to meet some really cool people. She loves public speaking. She's been a speaker at lots of different fundraising events. Recently, she was the closing plenary speaker for the American Academy of Pediatrics Hospital Medicine's annual convention in Chicago.
Wow.
It gets better. She's also had an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. with the Children's Miracle Network media tour and met with senators and the Secretary of Health and Human Services. So she's doing a lot of good work. She's been featured in Hope Magazine, Lookbook, and National Lifestyles. She writes blogs. She writes magazine articles for Children's Miracle Network, for Extra Life, and for Make-A-Wish. She's also an interviewer. If you look her up on YouTube, you'll find her interviewing lots of people, lots of celebrities, and work for organizations she's involved with. And currently she's traveling as a cast member with My Second Act, Survivor Stories from the Stage. And she's a sophomore, but she's homeschooled because she does this so much, she has to have a flexible schedule. Next year, as a junior, she's going to try to do dual enrollment with Ball State. And so, Jerry, you have somebody maybe heading your way next year. But great lady, y'all, please welcome Jessica Meyer.
I'd be too short for the podium. Hello, I'm Jessica Meyer. How's everybody doing today? Great. Awesome. I'm having a great day too. And today, I want to be your hope dealer. Yes, that's right. I want to be your dealer of hope. But first, let me tell you what I believe hope means. Hope is the anticipation and aspiration for something to materialize. According to research from neuroscientists, there is a science to hope. It turns out that the feeling of hopefulness changes your brain. Hope, which involves belief and expectation, causes the brain to release neurochemicals called endorphins, which actually mimics the effect of morphine. Your brain pumps chemicals when experiencing the sensation of hope. These chemicals can block pain and accelerate healing. When times of difficulty, a feeling of hopefulness can make a real difference. Wow, talk about getting a high on life. So when experiencing difficult times in your life, what should you do? We need to fill our brains with inspiration from stories, narratives, humor, and beauty from around us. Doing this helps you change your state of mind and redirects your thoughts into a positive direction. Inspirational stories help to captivate us. According to Psychology Today, stories are powerful because they more fully engage the brain. Which leads me into one of my personal stories. From the story, I would love it if you would laugh, get some inspiration, and most importantly, walk away with a dose of hope. 5 years ago, right after I just turned 11 years old, I was diagnosed with brain cancer. This cancer was called germinoma, and it was located in the supracellular region of my brain. It spread to my pituitary, hypothalamus, and optic nerves. To battle this cancer, I had many months of chemotherapy of 2 different chemo drugs called carboplatin and etoposide. Then I had 24 rounds of radiation. I even had a brain surgery to biopsy the tumor. I thought my brain surgery was really cool. My parents didn't think so. And here's why. The doctors did the surgery by going up through my nose and into my skull to get a sample of my mass. Cool, right? To this day, I always wondered if I sneezed really hard, would I blow my brains out? From where this cancer is located in my brain, it left me with some medical issues like adrenal insufficiency, diabetes insipidus, and some hormone issues affecting my fun-sized height. Another souvenir that cancer left me with is that I have some vision problems, or some eyesight problems. For example, my depth perception is completely off. My eyes are not very good at contrast, and I have peripheral vision loss, mainly in my right eye. So that means everyone over here, I can't see you. I'm happy to say that I'm a 4-year cancer survivor. And I'm 16 years old. Sweet 16. Yeah, my dad is freaking out about that. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I'm trying to learn how to drive. That's a work in progress. To be honest, my treatments were very difficult, and at times, painful. I missed out on going to school, hanging out with my friends, and dance class. Mine and my family's lives flipped upside down in less than a week. My life was spent at the Children's Hospital. That year, I lost my childhood. But what was lost, I gained tenfold. You see, the year 2013, everything changed. I grabbed onto hope. I learned that from my battle with cancer, hope is a wonderful thing. For some reason, I had to face brain cancer. I don't know why, and believe me, I did not want to. But at 11 years old, I was in control of how I was going to handle my battle. I was in control of the choices I got to make about my cancer. Right away, I knew that I had to reach out to hope and never let go. I have met so many other children fighting for their lives. Every child has their different battles and evil villains that they have to face. But one thing that all pediatric cancer fighters have as a common denominator is hope. They never took a day for granted because, unlike most of us, they didn't assume that there will always be a tomorrow. These cancer-fighting kids and their families savored the moments that they had and felt blessed to be given another day. Hope is granted through the power of thoughts in your mind, which is aided by positive experiences, optimism about the future, and support from those around us. So, to keep hope alive within us, surround yourself with great people and great stories. And before I go, let me leave you with a special little nugget of a quote. Pain does not sculpt my possibilities. My hope does that for me. Thank you.